Okay, so the first sink is now glazed. I have rainforest celadon on the outside. Then I've done 3 coats of obsidian. Then I have done smoky merlot over the obsidian on the outside. That's 2 layers. So 3 layers of obsidian, 2 layers of smoky merlot. On the inside, I've done 1 layer from the oak, that this is the obsidian. I've done that because I want it to be more maroony. Then extra layers of smoky merlot at the top, and then thick oatmeal. And the oatmeal will cause that wonderful reaction like the Midnight Skies glaze. So there we go. All you can do in this stage is put it on, check, in your heart of hearts, hope that you haven't put too much on, and wait and see. So once that's dried, probably needs an overnight. But once that's dried, I think I could get that into the kiln. In fact, what I'm going to do is go and put it in the airing cupboard, and then hopefully we'll have it in the kiln very shortly. Okay, so this is a big bowl that I've done. And what I've done is I've done 3 layers of snow up to this line on the outside, and 3 layers of snow up to sort of that point on the inside. Then what I've done is I've put 2 very, very thick layers of sandstone, then thick splodges of Norse blue, and thick splodges on top of that of lavender mist. Now, Norse blue does do a beautiful reaction over the top of sandstone, but then that was all a bit blue for me. So adding the lavender mist like this then means we get that blue and lavender interacting with each other. So we'll soon see what it looks like when it comes out of the kiln. But there's the glazes, and there is the bowl ready to go in the kiln when it's dry. A first part of loading the kiln, just got 4 pots and a test pot. One of them is the first sink, and it's going to go in the bottom of the kiln. This is the Midnight Skies glaze. This is how it ended up. You've got to be very careful when you've put oatmeal on, because when you do thick oatmeal, it does dry in this very crinkled way and bits can flick off. So I'm going to place that. I've got a very clean kiln shelf, so I'm going to place that in the bottom of the kiln. And that is in. And then I've got to grab another kiln shelf. So I've already got the peg, oh dear, the sides in there. Okay. Okay, I have put some cones in this time. I haven't been using cones enough, I don't think, but I've put cones in the bottom. I've got to get some more, just so I can just double check that the thermocouple and everything is still working well. I then have got, and the next most important one to get done is this bowl. There you go. So that bowl is the snow, sandstone, Norse blue and lavender mist. So that's going to go in there. Now I'm just having a look. I usually put a lot of these on razors, but I'm not going to worry about that because it's a clean kiln shelf, and I've got snow at the bottom, which isn't a runner. Okay, I'm unsure how I'm going to get the last bowl in. It might be that I put this one in, which is basically an engagement present. It's copper, ancient copper that I've still got pots of, textured turquoise, and a little bit of oatmeal to get a bit of a run over the 2 layers. If I put that there, what I do want though with the textured turquoise is obviously a nice reaction, and normally I would put it in the middle to get the best out of the ancient copper. In fact, logically, I may be inclined to put that in the bottom. Okay, to clarify, I did get it in. I put one of the pieces on stilts, so we're managing to get in, and then I've got my big bowl, my test piece, and my little vase. So there you go, with the big piece underneath. So right, see you on the other side. So I've just been reading up and recapping because it's been quite a while since I did some glaze work, and I want crystals on the ancient copper. And I had a suspicion in my head that you don't really get the amount of crystals when it's at the top of the kiln. And I was just looking at my notes, and I have made a note that I got dull copper when things were at the top. The other thing I wanted to know and remind myself about medium firing and slow firing. I think I've always had better results with medium firing, but I'm a bit concerned that I've got a very big pot. So maybe a preheat to stop to make sure the pot is warm all the way through, or maybe I'm worrying for nothing. I don't know. So just having a rethink, but I might change the way that I've got this kiln made up. So anyway, just a thought, just telling you my thoughts. Speak to you later. The challenge: 3 sinks for a new house, a new home, for the bathrooms, his and hers for the main bathroom and an ensuite. So what I've done is I've done the first one, £20 of clay. Those of you who've been keeping up and watching what I'm doing will know this. £20 of clay on this one, and the his and her sink, I've managed to make them identical, but I may be glazing them differently, but I'm not sure. I shouldn't glaze them the same after seeing what is inside here. So the plan was, could I manage it? Could I get the glaze that I wanted? Let's open up the kiln and have a look, shall we? Do you know, I knew how I wanted this glaze to turn out, and I could not be happier. Let me bring it over to the camera. Look at that. And then this is the underneath. I did the chattering, but it wasn't chattering, it was all cut out, it was all carved out. And then I've done Celadon Rainforest. And then what I've done is I've done 4 layers of obsidian here, but 3 layers of obsidian round to the outside. Smoky Merlot being brought in. I wanted it to be a gradient. I didn't want it to be a hard black and then a hard line. So I put the Smoky Merlot down in gradients so that it went from maroony to purple. Then thick Smoky Merlot round the outside, the back and on the inside, and then thick oatmeal. And the oatmeal was in a bit of a shape. So I've got that. I've got me putting it in the kiln, and I can show you that. But I could not be happier. Could not be happier. It was exactly what I imagined it to be. And having that, I mean, look at that at the back. That is just tremendous. There you go. Chuffed to bits. Absolutely. Absolutely wonderful. Very wonderful. Okay, let's have a little look underneath here, because I haven't got a lot in here. I'm doing a repeat of a bowl for my neighbour. Had a vase actually, and she wanted a bowl to match, and I've done a little piece, a little bowl for some friends that had an engagement. So I've put an engagement notice on the back, and I've used still one of my favourite glazes. It's such a shame. Amaco's Ancient Copper, which we all know is no more. I actually put this kiln in the other way around and suddenly went and read my notes to remind myself, and I wasn't getting the crystals if the Ancient Copper was in the top of the kiln. I put cones in this, and it really did fire to a 7. Yeah, look, it really did go over to a 7. So anyway, that aside, I've also got a little bit of slippage on the textured turquoise. Now what worries me is one of these sinks I'm going to do is this glaze. And I really feel I can get the ancient copper wonderfully. I just don't want too many slips of the textured turquoise, but it does look absolutely stunning. Maybe it's a case of really washing that clay down after bisfiring. I did wipe it down, but maybe, I don't know. It would be good if anybody's got any thoughts on how textured turquoise can slip. Or it might be, somebody made a comment, I tend to put my first 2 coats of glaze on top of each other. Maybe I really need to let them dry between each. I can hear it cracking. Anyway, there you go, a little bowl for you. And then the last bowl, the bowl that is for the neighbour, again, absolutely pleased as punch with this one. I've done 3 layers of smoke, snow, celadon, then a thick band in and out, two layers, but thick band in and out of sandstone, and then Norse blue and lavender mist. And I do have I can show you the before and after of that one as well. But look at, let me just come over and check that I'm in the right place. Look at the reaction to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the camera in the sun. We'll go out and see in the daylight what these 2 pieces look like. So there it is in the daylight. That rainforest is absolutely special. I'll just check what we're seeing. That rainforest is amazing with that blue. So just wonderful. Just wonderful. And I ended up no blemishes or anything. So that is really stunning. That was in the top of the kiln, wasn't it? So there you go. And I'll go and get the other one for us. Okay, so here is the bowl with the snow and the other colours. I'm so pleased with that as well. It's very hard. I mean, I was borderline too much glaze, wasn't I? Because the running. Look at that, beautiful. And the rim is lovely. Look at how gorgeous that rim has come out. So very, very pleased with that. Very pleased with that. Okay, let's go and look at the last one. And there's the last one. The beautiful, beautiful copper, ancient copper.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
Nice. So, thanks very much for being involved and following me again, and I will get this up and show you what I'm up to. But yeah, anybody got any thoughts, message me, comment. I like the comments, I reply to everything, so it'd be nice to hear from you. See you soon.